Just around the corner from some of the most desired communities in Houston, there is a community that is going under the radar, having a great luxury product in a great location that you have probably never even heard of. And today we're gonna go in depth, talk about some of their product offerings, some of the luxury looks. We're gonna go in there and see some of these models, and I promise some of these are going to actually take your breath away. They are just that stunning. And everybody that calls and asks me about this part of town, specifically in general, are usually looking at Bridgeland or Towne Lake or Marvita, and this one never comes up, and I always have to drop that little nugget in there and say, if you're looking at those, you definitely want to check this one out. Today we are checking out Taylor Morrison's offering in Avalon out here in Cypress. Is in a great location right off of 99, and I want to just show you all the beautiful things that they have going on out here. If that sounds good, stay tuned. So before we get started, and as you can see the beautiful Palisade model behind me, who do I think this community is perfect for? And they're actually doing a touch-up day. So there's gonna be some blue tapes and things, but we're keeping it all real, we're keeping it natural today. So ignore some of the noise, ignore some of the workers in the back. But I think this community is absolutely perfect for one of the biggest sector of people that reach out to me, and that is families that want new construction, that want to be in Cypress, and also want to be tied to Cyfair ISD, one of the biggest hits that the newer section of Bridgeland has, as being by far the most well-known community out here in Cypress, is that all of their newer sections to build new construction homes are over in the Waller ISD. And so for the immediate time, that's a problem because you're going to all of the older Waller ISD schools. Over the next couple of years, as we discussed on the channel and some of the last videos, they're going to be building their own schools here pretty soon, so that won't be the biggest drama as the next few years kind of roll out elementary all the way up through high school. I believe by 2028, they're supposed to have elementary all the way through high school. But for the immediate future, if you have kids that are school age ready right now, they're being forced to go fairly far away from your community to go to a Waller ISD school that is already existing and doesn't necessarily have the best rating. And so one of the biggest opportunities for someone that's looking in Cypress and that has potentially been eyeing buying a new construction home in Bridgeland for some time, as Towne Lake is in its final section as well. For people looking out in this area, this is an amazing opportunity to get one of the most reputable builders in the Houston metro to build a luxury ground up home and also still be in Cyfair ISD. But enough yapping about that. Let's get in here and check out some of these beautiful models. Crazy. Two kitchens. You got two kitchens in this one. that home was crazy. What did you think about the Palisade? As far as where Taylor Morrison is in the metro and kind of where they stack up, they are a luxury builder here. And so in that same regard that people give love to your Perry homes, your Weston homes, oftentimes when you go into any of these communities, especially the big master plan communities, you'll have a big Taylor Morrison like these that are going to be in your more estate style size lots, so the 65-foot plus lots. And so that is no different over here, except this is a Taylor Morrison exclusive community, so all the product line that you would be over here would have Taylor Morrison. But just to kind of give you that reference point, this is not a step down in luxury once you start dealing with a builder like Taylor Morrison. They're, like I said, they're one of the most reputable in Houston, and definitely one of the most reputable in this part of the suburbs. So if you like Perry, if you like Weston, if you like Newmark, you like any of those Toll Brothers kind of builders, this is going to be right up there with them. But now let's go and rock out and check out the 5809 plan and let me know what you think. So remember that one. Remember the Palisade, that's their big boy. But let me know what you think about this 5809 behind me. And at the end, we're going to get a rating down in the comments. One of those crazy ones. All right, let's run upstairs and check that out really quick. And so I am really liking this one. I think that even though the Palisade next door is the biggest kind of like marquee product here, I'm really liking this 5809. What do you think? Crazy amounts of natural light just kind of going through this whole house. You got the 2-story effect on both sides at the foyer and as well as in the living spaces in the family room. Crazy layout. But what do you think? How's it stack up with the Palisade next door? All right, so one of the reasons why I really love this community is, although it is not a huge master plan community, it gives you lot sizes from 40 foot on up. And so if your budget is not, $500,000 plus, there's going to be a price point and a range of like low 4s all the way up to about $1 million out here. So if you are at the more entry level and then like 4 to 450, you're going to have some great products in the 40 foot sections all the way up to the entry level of the 50 foot. If you step your budget up to a little bit higher, you can get in something that is this big and go all the way up to 70 foot plus wide lots out here. So we're gonna go check out some of the smaller products now that we've kind of seen the biggest, the second biggest. Now we're gonna step down to some of the smaller product lines out here on lots that are not as wide, to show you that you can still get a great luxury look out here in Avalon and Cypress. Now this is their topaz plan. It is still no slouch. You still get nice tall ceilings in the foyer and in the family room. You still get all the spaces that you need, but it's going to be on a little slightly more narrow footprint. But yeah, this one is still beautiful as well. This is actually the one that almost got my clients away from buying a little bit older home in the community around the corner. This one almost got them, but at the time they didn't have available lots. But still, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous option. As we go to head up to check out the upstairs of the topaz, let's talk incentives and let's talk money. Incentives right now, they are doing closing costs if you are building or if you're doing an inventory home, but probably the biggest deal right now, with interest rates being what they are, is that if they have a home that can close within a certain time frame, then you can qualify for an interest rate that is, get this, below 5%. You can get an interest rate at 4.99% if it's an inventory home that can close within a certain time frame. And so with the interest rates, like I said, hovering anywhere between high 6s to a 7 for most people right now, that is definitely an outstanding deal for sure. So this one could be a great option for you. It's a really big house. You don't have a formal dining, but you have enough of the spaces that you need to make room for, a game room, or to have that media space that you have, or to have the office suites, or all these things that you could potentially want in a house, what you start to feel is just, you feel that space and that drop down in lot size in your bathrooms and in your closets typically is where you start to feel it the most. But for many of these designers, when it comes to the spaces that you're going to be the most in, you're going to see that they're optimized to make this house look as big and as grand as possible. And this one accomplishes that for sure. So definitely an option that you got to look at if you're in the Cypress area and you're telling me you want new construction and you're in that like $500,000 to $800,000 price range. We're definitely coming over here because there's just too many great options to pass up for you not to give this one a shot. And so now we're going to go and check out their smallest footprint that they're offering over here. We're going to check out that model. Let me know what you think about that. And we'll talk a little bit about some of their amenities here as well. This one isn't as large as the ones that we've seen. This is their 40-foot model. This is the, I believe it's the 4209 or 4208. Let me go and check. 4209. And so this one is a little over 2,400 square feet. Still a nice size home. Still definitely outside of the realm of what I would consider to be like a true entry-level home, which is usually under 2,000 square feet here in the Houston metro, especially going brand new. So this is definitely going to be a step up in the luxury factor, but you still get the opportunity to feel like you're in a super luxurious house, even though this is technically their entry-level product here, right? And so I definitely think that this is a great option. Gives you the spaces that you're going to need, especially at this price point. And yeah, I just think it's really nice. Let me stop yapping and show you some actual more footage of the house. So this is easily one of my favorite alternatives to Bridgeland and Towne Lake. I love those communities, but I think that this one hits enough of the boxes or ticks enough marks on the boxes to make you feel like you should definitely come out here and give this one a try. What did you think about the Palisade, the Topaz, the 5809, as well as the 4809 down there? I loved all of them. I think that they all have great benefits and give you a great luxury feel no matter what your price point, whether you're starting in the fours all the way down here or you're up to $1 million out here. 4.99% interest rate. Don't forget about that. That's an amazing incentive right now. A lot of builders are giving you 5.99 on inventory right now, but Taylor Morrison has done enough to get you into a 4.99 fixed conventional interest rate out here for 30 years. And so definitely a plus. If you loved any of these homes, call, text, email, hit me in the comment section down below. Ask me any questions that you have as far as specific homes, availability, lots, build incentives, anything that you have a question for. I want to be your go-to. Hit me up and let me know how I can be of service to you. If you come out here and see Tiffany or Ed, let them know I sent you, and I'll have a little bit more incentive on top of what they're offering you as my thank you to putting me down and saying that you came here because of me. But only that happens if you hit me up and let me know that you're coming out here to see them. Other than that, if you love this video and you love some of these tours, man, I know that you're going to love this video right here.